Did I forget about Project 10 uses this month? No. No, I don't know what you're talking about. At the start of every month, I basically schedule my whole month. I have like a little Google calendar, and I thought something was missing. Yeah, it's Project 10 uses. I did not schedule to film Project 10 uses, and then I had a little mini panic attack, and I was like, oh my god, I'm missing a project pan. So here we go. This is Project 10 uses. I had a little bit of a faff, but you know what? It's absolutely fine because I actually have 3 rollouts today, which is really, really exciting. If you are new to this project and this channel, basically it does what it says on the tin. I have 10 products that I try and use 10 times and then I can roll them out. I love this project pan because there is a lot of madness here on my channel. There is a lot of super high usage goals. There is a lot of finish goals. So it's really, really nice to just chill out a little bit, and it's really, really nice to just do 10 uses. My phone's blowing up. Oh my god, I'm Miss Popular today. But just before we do jump into the video today, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the absolute world to me. Normally I say I will link everything that I'm wearing on my face down below. However, I actually can't tell you yet what is on my face. I have a mega video coming at the end of this month, so definitely stay tuned. It is a mega release. And I can't really say anything more. So I've had to start filming very, very early because there is so much to get through. So this is like a mystery face that I'm wearing today. But I will try and link everything that I talk about today down below as well. So there will be something in the description box. But if you like the kind of vibe, definitely stay tuned because there's a mega video coming. So I'm going to jump straight into this. I'm really happy with this. I didn't really focus on these products too much this month. I just kind of grabbed and went as and when. So I'm going to jump into it. The first product that I have to talk about is the Essence Glossy Glaze Lipstick. I love this so much. This is so goddamn good. I'd used this 7 times previously. I have hit that 10 use goal. I only had to use it 3 more times. It is a stunning lip product that I absolutely love. This is like £3.50. It's one of those beautiful kind of Fenty-esque vibe lip cream gloss stick things, and it is amazing. I have the shade Live in a Vida Mocha, and it is one of my favorites. I really, really think that it is. This year, I've really learned that drugstore is banging. Drugstore is so good. And I'm not a high-end girl. I've really, really realised I'm not a high-end girl. I'm an indie girl. I'm a drugstore girl. And this just proves it. Do not waste your money on high-end makeup because drugstore does it so well. Drugstore does things so good, and I'm so excited to try more drugstore and more indie on my channel. So yeah, definitely stay tuned. Let me know as well, what full face of do you want me to do next? I did recently do NYX, but give me some ideas. I know Elf was thrown around, so that might be my next one. Next I have Colourpop Ice Dream. I'm actually wearing this as a highlight today. Look at that. I'm sorry, look at that highlight. Yes, this is Colourpop Ice Dream. This is actually in my rolling project pan as well, so I've kind of double dipped a little bit. You can see the pan is loud and proud. It's loud and proud. She is there. She is ready to go. And I'm really, really happy about that. I would like to ultimately finish this year. And I do use this as an eyeshadow and obviously as a highlight as well. I really, really love it. I think it is such a beautiful colour. It is a kind of blue, purple, duochrome kind of vibe. And it is just so ethereal, so beautiful. So look at my cheek. Look at my cheek. Oh my god. So I've only used this 3 times this month for a total of 8 uses in the project. It is because I've been kind of hyper focused on other eyeshadows, but now I know that I can use it as a highlight. I am definitely kind of picking up momentum. As I said, this is in my rolling project pan, so I do need to pick it up a little bit if I am going to finish this, because in my rolling project pan, which will be updated at the very end of the month, I have all finish goals, including this one. So when this rolls out of project 10 uses, it will be hyper focused to try and finish it. I'm really excited. I think I can do it by the end of the year if I keep my head in the game. It goes really well with some Pan Those Eyeshadows that I'm panning. It goes really well with some Pan That palette shades as well. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm a little bit disappointed that I've only used it 3 times, but you know what? It's fine. That is kind of my mindset this year with project panning. Like, it's fine. It's makeup. Like, no one's gonna, you know, drag me out and around the back of the head if I don't finish an eyeshadow. It's not that serious. So that's where my mind is right now. Next we have a rollout. This is my Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This has been my kind of go-to concealer over the past few weeks, and I have hit that 10 use goal on this. So last month we were up to 6 uses. I only had to use it 4 more times, and this is now rolling out. It's a really nice concealer. I've said multiple times, I don't really get any bad concealers. Like, I can't think of any downright awful concealers apart from the ABH concealer. That thing, I would fight that on sight. Other than that, I think that concealers are pretty good universally. If you have a really, really bad concealer, let me know down below. I know a lot of people hated the e.l.f. camo, not the hydrating one, just the e.l.f. camo. So I'm gonna steer clear of that one. But it's great. It's not too drying. It covers. It's a good concealer. This was raved about a past few years ago when it first released. I understand why. It's a really, really good product. And so it's going to go back in my collection. Next, I have another Revolution product. This is the Highlight Reloaded, and this was actually in my half and half video. I did half of my face using drugstore makeup and half of my face using high-end makeup. The drugstore side cost something like £20, and then the high-end side cost over £200. And I actually came on camera before that video really started with the full face on, and I asked you guys to guess, and you guys actually said that this gave it away. This gave away the drugstore side because it just didn't look quite as shiny and vibrant, which, I mean, you can't ask this to compete with Benefit Cookie, like, you know. So this is a little saboteur, this is a little traitor, and it let the team down. So here we go. I still really like it though. I think when it's not put head to head with one of the best highlights on the market, it's a really nice highlight. It's really, really good. It's a good highlight. What can I say? It does cling to a few dry patches every now and then. I do have quite bad acne, so sometimes I do have like little pimples and little dry clingy patches. It does do that, unfortunately, but for a £4 highlight from Revolution, I think it's a really solid product. It did compete very, very well with Benefit Cookie. I was a little bit unfair putting it head to head with that, but I'm really, really happy with this product. I'm going to keep using it. I have 3 more uses left to go, which I think will be easy to hit by next month. Next, I have a bronzer. This is my Anastasia bronzer in the shade Tawny. This has a little bit of a dip in it, not that much. My ultimate goal is to hit pan on this, and I decided to roll this into the project just to kind of get the ball rolling a little bit, get me to use it a little bit, and I haven't really done that this month. I've only used it 2 times this month for a total of 6 uses in the project. So oopsies. I think I've been so hyper focused on my Pan That Face palette bronzer that I've just kind of forgotten about everything else, and I've forgotten that everything else exists. So I've just been forgetting about this. But you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I know that I'm making such good progress in my Pan That Face palette, so swings and roundabouts really. With project panning, it kind of comes with the territory. When you hyper focus on one product, the rest of your collection gets neglected, and that is one of the arguments against project panning, saying that yes, it's all well and good finishing one bronzer, but then you've got 30 bronzers that are now expired. Yeah, I understand that argument. I'm trying my best, but I'm not too mad at the fact that this hasn't been used that much. I know I like it. I know it's not, it has expired. I was going to say I know it's not expired. It has, but it's not like causing me any issues. I think that's the main thing. As soon as this starts breaking me out or smelling or just not working properly, it will be gone. But for right now, it works fine. I store my makeup pretty well. I don't have it in direct sunlight or anything like that. I don't leave things open. So It's fine, I'm just going to keep using it. Next, where is it? I have the Space Glam highlight from Catrice. I have used this 10 times this month. So here onwards are all products that I rolled in last month. I use this 10 times very, very easily actually. I just use it as an inner corner. It's kind of like a very neutral, there's a slight greeny yellowiness to it, but overall it is quite a neutral shade. I do wear very out there eyeshadow quite a lot of the time, so having a greeny yellow in a corner really isn't that crazy. It worked fine. It's very, very vibrant, and I think I used this as a highlight as well a few times just to kind of blend the two together. It's a really, really solid product. This is a really, really inexpensive product from Catrice, from the drugstore, which goes back to what I was saying before about how drugstore has just been crazy good over the past few years. And like, why would you ever go to high end if this is what the drugstore can get you for like £3? You know. I think it's a solid product, really, really nice. I do have another shade as well, which is more of a green shade, so I'm excited to get use on that. I wanted to roll this in because my singles sometimes do get a little bit neglected, but I'm glad I've got use on it. I'm glad I've flown through the uses this month as well. This is also in 50 Shades of Black, which has been I think it rolled out this month, so I'm really, really happy. That's kind of 2 goals in one that have been hit. Very, very happy with that. And also one less eyeshadow for me to work on. I'm really starting to filter out some eyeshadows that I've been working on recently because I'm a busy gal when it comes to panning eyeshadows. So yeah, here you go. Next I have the Primark My Perfect Colour Concealer. This I've been so confused about over the past month, I'm not gonna lie. I've used it 5 times, and I think now that the problem that I had with this was actually my beauty blender. I have recently started using a new beauty blender. You know how it is, they get old, they get a bit minging, so you use a new one. I put this on under my eyes, fine. Started blending it out, and it started like pilling under my eyes, and it started like gunking up a little bit, and I was like, that's not good. What is happening there? And then I used it again and the same thing happened, and I thought, odd, strange. But then I used a different concealer. I used the Nabla concealer, which I love, and it did the same thing. So I think it's my Real Technique sponge for some reason just isn't wanting to play ball. Maybe it was too dry and it was just kind of, I don't know. But I have rubbed all of the writing off because I never know which way to turn this. It turns both ways, so I forget which way you're actually meant to turn it because it doesn't click or anything like that. I don't know. The packaging is already breaking. There's cracks in the cap, which I've only had this for 2 months maybe, I don't know. Obviously it was very, very cheap. It was such a cheap product. I think it was like £3, not even that. So you know, it's that argument of like, yes, it's cheap, but is it usable after 2 months? You know, it's like, oh, if it can't last 2 months, we're having issues. We're having some issues. It's a fine concealer though when it doesn't pill under my eyes, but again, I think that was my beauty blender. I'm just not sure. It's fine. It works. I'm going to keep using it. I've got 5 more uses on this. I'm going to keep going. It's fine. It's nothing revolutionary. It's nothing absolutely crazy. It's a decent concealer. Next, I have my Beauty Bay Glow Filter. This, I found a way to use this. However, it did ruin my makeup. I went out to Birmingham. I know, me, recluse me. I went out to Birmingham on the hottest day of the year so far. Good and bad decision. And my channel members will know, I went somewhere quite exciting actually. I won't talk about it just yet, but if you're a channel member, you do get a lot more insight into my life, into my personal life, into what I'm doing. We had a very stressful time on that group chat the morning of my Birmingham trip because my hotel that I was meant to be staying at looked like a drugs den. So I ended up having to book a travel lodge instead, lost the money on the drugs den because it was non-refundable, but that was a whole ordeal. If you were there, you were there. If you weren't, Don't worry about it. But all that to say, I was wearing kind of like a strappy top, kind of similar to what I'm wearing today. And I decided, you know what? I'm not wearing a jacket because it's 30 degrees outside. I'm going to put this all down my shoulders and all on my like décolletage area. It worked really well. It was really glowy, but it wasn't like too much, you know, when it's like, oh, wow, she's like glittery. It was a really, really nice, subtle sheen. However, I did notice when I tried to do it, the nozzle stuck and it flung into my face, and I had just done my makeup. So I did have slight patches of glowiness on my skin because I couldn't quite wipe it all off, which was very annoying. So I've learned to do this first. Do this before your makeup, because that was a very, very long story. But basically, I've used this 3 times. I've used it 3 times. I bought this because I thought it was a foundation. It's definitely not. It's very reminiscent of the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. If you were looking for kind of like a glowy, primery kind of product, this would be great for you. I'm very into full coverage. I'm very into covering up my face, blank slate. This is not that. This has very, very, very sheer coverage. So do what you will with that. We are having a heat wave. Is it continuing? I don't think so. I think today is the end of the heat wave, but we had 3 great days and it was on my body for that. So that's pretty good for England. 3 hot days. Good stuff. Next is the Mitchell highlights. If you know, you know. What the hell is this? What is that? I put this into this project to try and get to know this a little bit and to try and understand this. I still don't get it. I reach for this whitey yellow highlight every single time I reach for this palette. This silver highlight confuses the hell out of me. I don't know who this is meant to work for. I don't understand this product. I love this project because it allows me to roll in products that are either new and kind of unused, or products I'm really not sure about. And normally by the end of the 10 uses, I have a solid understanding of the product. This I'm still so confused on. I've used this 4 times this month. I should say I've used this 4 times this month. This I haven't touched. I just don't get it. I am not grey, so I don't know how I would use a silver highlight. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how I'm meant to use this. It's one of them. It confuses me so much. The white one is nice. The silver one, I don't understand. So yeah, only 4 uses. We'll see if I ever actually use the silver one. I will probably just keep using the white gold one. And then finally, the last product is the Beauty Bay Bronze Blush and Glow palette. I've kind of not been a fan of this, and maybe I've been a little bit harsh on it because it's just boring. Like, the product is fine, the product is nice, it's a nice bronzer, they're nice blushes, it's a nice highlight, it works. I'm just bored looking at this. I feel like whoever designed this is like an unpaid intern, you know what I mean? It screams I put no effort into this. Bronze blush glow, you know what I mean? I don't know. Am I being too harsh on this? I feel like maybe I am, but I also feel like, and I've had this rant before, so I will keep it short. I feel like because there are so much amazing products in the market, you've got to do more than this. This is like a blueprint of a placeholder almost of what the palette should look like. I don't feel particularly great using this. This is a product that I just use. I've used it 5 times. They're nice products. Not wowed. Not wowed at all. So that means I have 3 rollouts, I think. So we have Glossy Glaze, we have Conceal and Define, which is here, and then we have the Space Glam as well. So 3 rollouts, which means 3 roll-ins. So let's jump into the roll-ins. The first one is the Catrice Under Eye Brightener Powder. This I realised I've only used once in my full face of Catrice, and then I never touched it again. I am hyper focused on finishing my Trigwell powder. I'm nearly done, to be fair. I'm very, very far down on this, but I feel like I do need a little bit of a breather every now and then. I feel like I need just something to make me not use that every single day. While I know that powder isn't exactly a creative part of your makeup routine, I still want to get to know my collection, even though I'm hyper focusing on that. And it goes back to the point that I was saying before, even though you're finishing a product, you've still got a bunch of products that are being neglected. So I want to just use this 10 times just to get to know it, just to make sure it's not getting neglected, and just to give me a little bit of a breather from the Trigwell as well. So that's number one. Number two, this was strategic. This is my bronzer Reloaded. I started talking about this in a makeup updates recently, and I was saying, oh, it kind of gets really bad hard pan, and then I used it and it didn't have hard pan, so I feel a little bit gaslit by this, to be honest. So I don't know where I stand. I don't know if it gives me hard pan. I don't know if it doesn't give me hard pan. I thought it did. I thought it gave me hard pan, but clearly not. But I distinctly remember it doing that. So I'm going to put it in this project. I'm going to get 10 uses out of it. I'm going to see for sure, does this give me hard pan? Does this not give me hard pan? Do I like it? Do I not like it? Because I was fully on a rant saying how this gave me hard pan and then it just performed perfectly. So I don't know. That is why I love this project as well, just to get an understanding of my makeup collection, because otherwise I would still be thinking that this gave me hard pan, and clearly it doesn't. But maybe it does, but maybe it doesn't. I don't know. And the third product, this is a newer product in my collection. This I got for my full face of NYX. This is the Butter Melt Blush, and it is in the shade Sooner the Butter. This is a very orange tone. It would go really well with this look today, actually. I just dug my nail into it. Sorry. Yeah, it would go really well with this kind of orangey vibe that I have going on. I don't often wear oranges, but I thought I'd push myself out my comfort zone today. This is a great product, very pigmented, which I actually love, and it's a staple. Everyone loves it, everyone knows it. I wanted to get a shade that I didn't have 50 times over, so I decided to go for this bright orange, and I'm glad I did. While it's not something I will reach for a ton, it's not just redundant in my collection. It's not competing with every single other peach that I have. It's different, it's something new, and that's what I want, and that is why I am gonna put it in this project. So that is it. This is the end of this video today, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I'm so glad I remembered that Project 10 Uses exists. I can't believe it. I feel so stupid, but here we go. It's here. It's fine. I hope you have an absolutely incredible day. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new video. Bye bye.